Is Yahawah a good name to call on? How about Yahweh? The Shasu of Yahweh appear in Egyptian inscription from Soleb and Amara West as a nomadic group associated with the deity spelled YHW. The expected Egyptian rendering of the Hebrew YHWH, right? Which we can reflect back to Yahweh. This is Yahweh. This is Yahuwah. This is Yahawah. Because Egyptian writing regularly omits final consonants. There's your reference from 2005. These inscriptions show that both Shasu and Egyptian scribes preserved the same consonantal form of the quote-unquote divine name, making it clear they referenced the same deity known later in Israelite tradition. There's a reference from 1971. Their location in the southern region of Seir, Edom, and Paran parallels the biblical description of Yahweh's southern origin from Deuteronomy chapter 33 and 2 and Habakkuk chapter 3 and 3. And we know that in Deuteronomy 33, when it said the Lord came from Sinai, that was what the original text said. They added in Seir and Paran later. You see that from our previous video. This raises an important question for the patriarchal narratives. How did Abraham know to name the mountain YHWH Yireh? How did he know to name the mountain Jehovah Jireh in Genesis 22 and 14? If Exodus 6 and 3 says they only knew the Most High by the name El Shaddai. Let's go to Exodus 6 and 3 first. Okay. Exodus 6 and 3. And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name God Almighty. But by my name Jehovah was I not known unto them. Clearly says right there that they did not know the name of the Most High. So how did Abraham know to do this? Right? Over here, let's go back to our text in Genesis 22 and 14. Excuse me, I'm outside and it's freezing out here. Genesis 22 and 14. And Abraham called the name of that place Jehovah Jireh, as it is said to this day, in the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. When Abraham was about to sacrifice Isaac, and Isaac buckled down and said, yes, let's do this, Father. Let's make this sacrifice to the Most High. The Most High said, no. I see your faith, Abraham. I see your faith, Isaac. I'm looking at your faith, Abraham. Don't worry. I'll provide a sacrifice for you. I was testing you to see your level of dedication and faith. The Most High spared Isaac from being a sacrifice that day, right? And Abraham said, we're going to name this place after the Most High, because he saw the faith of Abraham. But Abraham never knew the name. The name was not revealed until Moses was given the name on Mount Sinai. So that's a little nugget for you guys right there to say, wait a minute. If they added some writing right into Deuteronomy 33, what else did they add up in there too? We know the name Jesus is not the actual name for Christ, because the letter J wasn't even around. Nobody knew of the letter J, or even any of the English characters during the time that Christ was here. We have to study to show ourselves approved. But the name that was actually given to Moses is Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya. That is the name. The name that we see in the Hebrew community the most, Yahweh, Yahawah, that was a name that was dealt with by the Shasu, I can't pronounce that name. A nomadic group of people that followed that deity, followed that particular God long before the Hebrews, long before Moses got the actual name of the actual creator, the Most High, Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya. And that's who we're supposed to be calling on. We're not even supposed to be calling on the name of no other deities. This is not a grammatic difference. And some people say Ahia or some people say Yahawah. No, sir. This was a specific deity that other nations understood what the name of that deity was. That was YHWH, Yahweh, whatever they called him. But the Most High gave his name and identified himself to us through Moses, and his name is Ahia, Ashar Ahia.